Good morning and welcome to Peace Out, where we are all learning together to peace out, right? We're working this process together. I think we understand that salvation is like we get saved, but then it's not over just because we got saved. There's so many things to work through, to think about. We grow in that relationship with God. Everything becomes a process, right? We're going to talk about that a little bit today, but before I do, I'm really excited. Look, I got an actual print copy of Peace Out. I was so excited. This is our book of the week this week. So this one's a little bit thicker than some of the other ones because I was a little wordier and I had to put the questions to put it into action on a separate page. So if you haven't got a print copy yet, run over to Amazon and grab a print copy, or you can get it on Kindle, or you can order the ebook on DoveStarMinistryPublications.com. But grab one. We've been working on this a long time, and this will just complement what we're doing in our morning devotions here, right? So go grab one. I'm happy now. I got to work on a new book, right? I am working on 2 or 3 different things. I'm not going to tell you. Anyway, I'll announce them when it's time. So this morning I was thinking about there's several areas of my life where there's just a whole bunch of stuff I'm dealing with, just like you, right? We just have these areas where we're like, we got to take care of this, we got to take care of that, and this is coming at us, and that's going away from us, and we thought it was going to stay, and there's just all this conglomerate of emotional stuff we do every day, right? Well, I titled today's devotion, The Stand, and I took it out of Ephesians 6, because Ephesians 6 gives us some really good advice. But here's where, I'm not sure where I want to camp yet, okay, but I'm in Ephesians 6. And it says, in verse 10, it says, finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. And I want to just stop right there for a second. Right after that is the armor. And I suggest you just go read this little passage here from verse at least 10 to about 17, even 18. It goes through the armor, and it talks about all the things that God has given us, really. But this first part says, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. That tells me I'm not standing alone. I'm not standing out here standing for peace, declaring I will have peace today. We've talked about declarations a lot. I declare almost every day, I'm going to trust you, God. I will trust you today no matter what this is. I'm going to trust you. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to serve you. I will praise you. I will sing your praise. I will give you my heart. I will wait for you. That's what I have to do a lot, is wait to see what direction do you want me to take, God? Because there's so many different decisions. It seems like they have to be made every single day, right? And so, but we're not doing that all on our own. When we trust God, we're giving him all of us. He doesn't say, well, keep your emotions to yourself. I don't want that part of you. Or keep your intellect to yourself. Don't think about things. Just no. He wants all of us. He made us to be a being with a soul. And that means we have a mind, we have a will, we can choose to serve God, or we can choose not to serve God. Why would he wire us that way? Maybe it's because I wouldn't want a forced relationship. I don't want somebody to come here and go, they told me I have to have a relationship with you and I don't have any choice. That's not going to be much of a relationship. There's not much to build on, right? But when we choose to have a relationship, we choose to love his word, we choose to love God, we choose to follow him. Now we've got a relationship, but that's something we can work with, right? But he wants us to bring all of that to him, all of who we are to him. And he doesn't tell us to leave any of it aside. He doesn't say, you can come, but you can't bring sadness. Leave that over there. Leave grief over there. Don't be too happy. Leave that over there. He says, just bring all of who you are, because each of us each is a separate individual, a unique individual with different feelings, different emotions, different ways of thinking. And the events that have happened in our life help shape us and make us into who we are now. We've made choices to get right here, and we can make choices to be better from here, or we make choices to be worse from here, right? Our choices, do define us in some ways, right? It lets us know who we are. And in our choices, one of the choices we're going to make is to just accept God's peace, to choose to serve him. To be saved, salvation is a choice. I either choose to love God or I choose not to. And you can't say I'm not making a choice, because when you don't make a choice, you're not choosing to love him. You're not choosing his peace. You're not choosing for him to carry the burden with you. And so we want to choose to serve God, first of all. When we do, it says we get to be strong in the Lord. It doesn't say, now be strong in your own strength. Stand in your own strength. muster it all up and get it in your own self. It says, be strong in God, in the things He's given us, and in the power of His might. So and then he goes on talking about standing and we're putting on the armor. Please take a moment to just go read Ephesians 6 today. It's a really good chapter, right? Just read about the armor. But it says we're standing in the power of His might. See, we can go back to Nehemiah 8:10 and go, the joy of the Lord is my strength. When I make God happy, I get the benefit of His strength. We could look at it that way, right? We have His strength. We don't have to stand here by ourselves trying to muster up anything but a decision to follow God, a decision to trust God with whatever gets put on our plate today or taken off of our plate today. The decision is, I will serve God. He's going to be my God. I'm going to give Him everything. That's a decision. And then when I stand, I'm not standing in whatever strength I can come up with. The only strength I have to come up with is strength enough to trust God. That's the true stand, right? We're going to stand just declaring, I will trust You today. I will serve You today. I'm going to pursue peace today. I'm going to make sure I have peace with me. What are the elements here of the armor, right? We have the helmet of salvation. That's something God gives us. We don't do that on our own. We have the breastplate of righteousness. Our righteousness, none of us, y'all, I ain't, and y'all ain't either, righteous on our own. I know the thoughts that go through my head. I know the actions I do sometimes. I know I need God's righteousness to cover me. And our choice is, and our stand is, trusting Him for that righteousness, right? Taking up the helmet of salvation, putting on peace on our feet, and being prepared to take His peace into every place we go, with our peace on His feet, the salvation on cover our head and our thinking, right? And turning it all over to Him and trusting Him. That takes a lot. It's easy. Sometimes when you're raised in church, those are easy things to say. It's a little bit harder to do, to realize that His salvation is key to everything. To accepting that salvation, accepting His righteousness instead of my filthy rags and works, right? Accepting His righteousness, that He's righteous enough for me. That should blow your mind. It blows my mind. That mind that's covered with the helmet of salvation, right? We've got peace on our feet. We've got truth that girds like a belt, that breastplate of righteousness. Did I miss something, right? And so all these things actually come back down to, can we trust God for it? Can we trust Him that He saved us? Can we trust Him that He's got us covered? Can we trust Him that He's still working on us? Can we trust Him that He gave us peace? And I want to do a hearty and loud yes and amen right there. Yes, we can. God is trustworthy. And because He's trustworthy, we stand in His strength, not our own. We can stand behind Him. He's our shield. We can stand. He's our rock. He's our fortress. We've talked about some of that out of some of the Psalms and how David talked about, God is He's not just a rock. He's the rock. He's my refuge. He's my strength. He's my peace. Right? He's my salvation. He's my song of joy. He's all of the above and more. Right? And so we can stand in His strength and in His power and His might. We don't have to do it by ourselves. It's just pushing that button in our head that goes, I'll trust God today for every situation on my plate, for everything that may present itself new, for everything that goes away today, for every change that may come in my life today. I can trust God and I can walk in His peace, right? We can peace out. Peace out, you guys. Have a great day. Stand in His strength. The only strength you have to muster is strength enough to trust Him for today. And that's where peace will come. Peace out. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.